Hi, I'm attorney Gregory Dell, joined today by attorney Cesar Gavidia, and our disability benefit tip today is to discuss Prudential Insurance Company long-term disability denials and the first steps that should be taken in order to put yourself on the road to getting your benefits reinstated. And Cesar, Prudential is an absolute monster of a disability insurance company, one of the top 3 largest group disability insurers, but with that comes a big organization who unfortunately denies a lot of claims that probably shouldn't be denied. And when a claimant contacts you and wants to know, hey, I've been denied, what are my options? What are the first important steps that you need to take in order to start the process and properly evaluate the claim?
So I'm going to need to review the Prudential denial letter. All right. So that letter that they received from Prudential now describing the reasons they're either no longer eligible for benefits or were never eligible in their opinion for benefits. It's going to lay out it's going to lay out the definitions or the language from the policy that they relied on. It's going to provide me with any, basis in terms of opinions that they received or medical personnel that they consulted. It's going to describe that. It's going to usually has to tell me who that personnel is, who that medical consultant is. It's going to provide me with information relating to the time period now that they have to appeal the decision. Okay, and what they can do or submit to perfect the claim.
And in addition to this denial letter, which is the first step, there's also something called the claim file, which Prudential is required by law when requested in writing to provide. What is that claim file and why is it essential in order to do an appropriate appeal?
So the claim file or the administrative file that Prudential has is basically, it's in their possession. They don't have to provide it to you without you requesting it in writing, and you usually don't have a right to it until you've actually received a denial or a termination of your benefits. But once that happens, you do need to request it because it's going to contain all the critical documentation, all the information, any correspondence between Prudential and their third-party medical personnel or consultants or internal medical doctors, because Prudential also has internal doctors that work specifically for Prudential, and you want to see the reports from these people. You want to see what kind of communication was had between the claim representative and these people. All right, how did Prudential possibly lead these people into an opinion that your records don't support your disability claim or they don't support restrictions and limitations? Okay, it's going to contain the disability policy because oftentimes a claimant doesn't even possess the disability insurance policy, and that claim file should have that disability policy there. It's going to have any internal memoranda or any internal emails between the personnel, what they call in Prudential's particular claim file, you'll see these SOAP notes. These SOAP notes are what the claim representative is putting into the record of that file in terms of descriptions of telephone conversations that they're having with you or any dialogue or communication they're having with anybody.
So Cesar, you talked about you have the denial letter, you want to get a copy of the claim file, and then you have the policy. And now I guess you're ready at that point to begin to put together a strategy as to what you want to do to move forward. But time is of the essence in this thing because Prudential can take up to 30 days to get you the claim file. Sometimes they'll call a claimant and say they're denied, and then it takes 2 weeks to get the denial letter. And what I always do, and I know you do as well, is we encourage claimants around the country, no matter where they live, to call us once they get that denial letter. We'll review it, immediately provide them with a free initial phone consultation, and within a matter of a 15 to 30 minute phone call, we can discuss what we think the chances of success are for them to get reinstated, provide them some tips and strategies for what they could do if they choose to do it on their own, let them know the roadmap that we would take if we were doing the file, and really explain to them all the intricacies and the importance between the relationship of getting them the appropriate information, but also understanding the applicable case law and the way in which the claim is going to be looked at if the appeal is lost. Because realistically, you're appealing back to the same company. Yes, we win these claims all the time. But if you don't win, you have to understand what the burden of review and the burden of proof is going to be when the case goes to trial. And so we write our appeals with that angle towards considering, yes, we want to win, but also put together a brief that can be won at the federal court level when a federal lawsuit needs to be filed. So again, no matter where you live in the country, contact Cesar, myself, any of our disability attorneys will immediately provide you with this free consultation, review your claim, and we'll put together a plan together as to how you can get your Prudential long-term disability benefits reinstated.